Hello. It has been another day, and in looking for things to do, I have happened upon this uh, A24 horror movie tier list, which I shall be um, doing for you today, just in a pretty casual sense. Let's just figure out how I can record my screen. No, I should have figured this out beforehand. Hold up, give me a second. Okay, I think this might be working now. So, we'll first come in. As to be 100% honest, I haven't seen Under the Skin by Jonathan Glazer. It's going to happen for a number of these, I must say, but I have seen enough of these that this becomes an interesting video to watch. And then if I watch the rest of these, I can come back and be like, I've seen X, I've seen Y. So let's move on to the first one I have seen. Yorgos Lanthimos' The Killing of a Sacred Deer. This is a tense film. I like this film a lot. It's working with a lot of different ideas. The cast, A-level. Yorgos Lanthimos gets a bit too iffy on the themes here, I think. But honestly, brilliant. Been a couple years since I've seen it, but very strong material. Hereditary by Ari Aster. Absolute banger. Saw this one a couple of times now. I saw it in IMAX back to back with Midsummer one time, and this film just masterclass. I like to shout out Gabriel Byrne, who just gives a incredible performance in that film. Climax, I haven't seen Slice. What is that? I have not seen that either. Hole in the Ground, oh my god. I have not seen that either. High Life, I know I should see it, and yet I have not. Midsummer, this for me is like the first one that's like S tier. I mean, I think Ari Aster really did something special there. The film is thematically resonant, brutal, and just really quite fascinating in a way that few films are. It's very much for me an intellectual horror. He does a lot of things with the mood, with the tension, with the lighting, and with the ideas of what is acceptable in one culture and what isn't in another, which I really like. Also just incredible performances, the food, the entire production design. Really enjoyed Midsummer. The Lighthouse. Now that is a good film I haven't seen in a while. I'm going to put that in B tier only because I remember it being good, but not great. Some fantastic visuals, a wildly inventive story, but something just lacked in it for me emotionally. I guess I couldn't connect with it. In Fabric, I believe that's by Peter Strickland. I haven't seen it, so can't comment. Saint Maud by Rose Glass, I think is interesting. It's got a lot of great ideas. The religious tension really is quite good in that film. They really allows you to exemplify those philosophical qualities that exist in a lot of the good horrors. But for me, I think Saint Maud, other than its fantastic ending, was not something I connected with on a deeper level. Which is why I'm going to put it in the B tier. Solid watch, great time. Doesn't leave much of an imprint on me. Lamb, this is an interesting one. I saw this at the Gloucester Guildhall. Now, this is a sort of a tricky one for me. I remember it being good, but not great. Really interesting ideas at play. Really sort of unique premise. But I feel like it almost got away from itself, which is why I'm going to put it in the C tier. X by Ty West. This is an incredible film. Just a truly unique work, but also allows it to borrow and almost be in conversation with a lot of the slashers of the 70s. I think it's probably the second best of the trilogy. I think it's one of Ty West's best works. Now, Men by Alex Garland, I remember seeing this one at the cinema. I think this is probably his worst film. For me personally, despite solid performances by both the leads, I feel like Men lacked any sort of major plot, and its sort of ideas were there, but executed in a way that I couldn't connect with on a sort of a narrative basis, which is why I'm going to put it in the D tier. Oh. And yes, I haven't seen Life After Beth, so we're going to leave that. I might come to these, however many films are left, and then do them again once I have seen them. But who knows? Bodies. I remember being quite funny and entertaining, but feeling really annoyed by the ending. You know, if you haven't seen the film, it's a spoiler, but the film ends with it being that all of the deaths or the murders were actually accidents, which I thought was kind of a twist for me. I'm not a big fan of twists either way, though. Now, Pearl. This is the best of the X trilogy by Ty West. Interestingly, Maxine isn't here, but I think this might be an older list. Maxine would go in B tier anyway, but that's not on here. Pearl is just brilliant. It's set in the 1920s and during the influenza outbreak in the Americas, and it features sort of ideas of wanting to be a star, what it means to come up in Hollywood from being in nowhere, what is repression, what is sort of being kept down. I think Pearl, as well as exemplifying those ideas, also taps into what cinema truly is, and using influences from like the films of the time period it's set in, and also exploring the early circulation of stag films. I think was a fantastic element, which really just leads me to think that Pearl is the best of the trilogy. As well, I want to shout out that just the most incredible scene where she's in a field and they're doing like a musical number with a scarecrow, and it turns sort of psychosexual. That's just one of the best scenes in that movie. Beau is Afraid. I've seen the original short and I've seen the feature. The feature's definitely better, but I know a lot of people hated this. I remember really liking it on release. I've tried to rewatch it, but I just haven't got around to it. It's got a lot of narrative strands, and I love a complex film that's long and, you know, deals with a lot of different ideas across different timelines. But is Beau is Afraid the best version of that story? I think you need to consider. And I'm going to say no, but I'm still going to put it in A tier because fantastic performances, fantastic just absurdity. I think Ari Aster's ideas are really allowed to fly in that movie. I see a lot of comparisons between Beau is Afraid and Eddington. Well, because he made both, but also just I think he's trying to tap into what is the post-digital age. How does that connect with us today? And I think there's definitely a lot of the themes and ideas he's trying to tackle. Talk to Me. I know a lot of people liked this. I thought it was good, but not great. I'm going to put it in B tier because I like it about as much as I like these other two films. Talk to Me, for me, is just a very enjoyable horror film. It was sort of a surprise. I went in thinking, okay, it's going to be whatever. And it's probably one of my favourite Australian movies I've seen. Haven't seen too many though. But as well, Talk to Me, I left maybe perhaps wanting something more, something that taps in a bit deeper. But overall, very solid. I haven't seen Kevin Smith's Tusk, but I do generally know the plot. If I guess I would put it about C tier, but I haven't seen it, so I can't comment. And that is it. I haven't seen Under the Skin, Climax, Slice, Hole in the Ground, High Life, In Fabric, Life After Beth, Tusk, The Witch, Green Room, The Monster, The Blackcoat's Daughter, is that by Oz Perkins? Perhaps. It Comes at Night and Woodshock. I haven't seen any of those. Perhaps we redo this once I have seen those. Perhaps indeed. Okay, well, thanks for joining this. That's it from me, and I'll see you around.